Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the weapons of hot dogs, horseshoes and hand grenades. So recently there was the lovely new Christmas, so we're gonna take a look at the first of the Christmas weapons. Today we're taking a look at the Mk19 Grenade Launcher. So, the Mk19 Grenade Launcher. It started its development basically during the Vietnam War, and it was meant as a mounted weapon to shoot some 40mm by 53 grenades. So it was developed during the Vietnam War, and it was adopted after the Vietnam War by the Americans. During the Vietnam War, this predecessor was a hand-cranked weapon, the Mk19, I believe, grenade launcher. This is a fully automatic, and it's been in use ever since the 70s, I believe. So that will be after the end stage after the Vietnam War. And so here we have it. It's a big boy. And the Mk19, it's a blowback, open bolt, automatic grenade launcher. This thing is heavy. It weighs like 35 kilograms, I believe, something like that. You're not doing this with it. Easily. But in hot dogs, horseshoes and hand grenades, we have a modified version, handheld. It has no sighting system. The real one would have one, of course, but it's box magazine, full auto grenade launcher. So, first off, I'm feeling a bit under the weather today, by the way, just for record, since I had the booster vaccination today against the human malware, as I have heard it referred to. So I'm not feeling all too well, just if you notice anything is a bit off. And I feel a bit off at the moment because of it. But anyways, I'll get through this as well as I can. So, blowback, belt fay, 40mm grenades. These grenades don't fit in the M203 or the HK320, I believe, kind of grenade launchers. These are higher velocity grenades. This has basically an effective range of 1600 meters. And the only reason it has an effective range for 1600 meters, not this particular model, but the Mk19 in general, is because that's how far the sights go. And practically it could go like 2500-ish meters, which is quite the range. What more is there to say about it? Yeah, 40mm grenade, dangerous grenade, of course. It's belt fed, so you pop this open, pull the grenades in, close it, and then for the next stop you have two handles, charge it, and you're ready to go. Poof, poof. So in training, I believe safe fire distance is 150 meters, but in combat, 75 meters is considered safe. The rounds eject somewhere. Yeah, they eject from right here in the bottom. Here is a chamber. It fires from an open bolt. That's to avoid cook-offs, because firing full auto like this, you can imagine the barrel gets very hot. And if you then have a closed bolt, there's higher chance of cook-off and runaway gun, which is not ideal, especially not with a grenade launcher. It's not ideal with any gun, but grenade launcher, it's a bit it's very explosive, you know? Let's load it. So you just pop your box under here, open it, pull in the grenades, close it, and you charge it, and you're off to the races again. So, I chose this range because, oops. As you can see, we can get quite far. Of course, like I said, you wouldn't be doing this with the real thing. You would definitely have it in on a tripod mount or some other vehicle mount. Vehicle mount, this is very popular with. These magazines or boxes are also big enough that you can't put them in these side slots. You have to put it in your rear. And the recoil of this thing, I mean, it does have It does have decent recoil, but it is saved by the fact that the explosive round, it's so big, you can basically kind of ignore the recoil. Get in there. So this is a fun, I want to say little gun, but it's a big boy. You can just blast away. Cause a lot of destruction. Let's see, how many rounds does it have in a magazine? I believe it's like 30 rounds, which goes very quickly. It has a fire rate of like 75 rounds per minute, I think, which is pretty alright. Although this goes faster than half a minute of constant firing, so it's not that many rounds. Well, let's find out now, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 rounds. Just in case you didn't hear because of all the explosions. 16 round magazine. So that goes very quickly with a fire rate of 75 rounds per minute, I believe it was. It's just a lot of quick explosive firepower. I believe the real one would have a 35 round magazine, so about half a minute of constant firing. That does feel awesome, just how much firepower you can dump downrange. What Anton really needs is, especially with some other things added, or one specific other things, which we'll cover at some point in this channel, is we need a specific artillery range map, where there's just, you have binoculars and there's, and maybe a map even that shows where your bullets hit or whatever. That's just like 10,000 meters long or whatever, and you can just shoot arty. Of course, that is a dream with a bunch of targets, of course. That's of course a dream and not really viable, I can imagine, in VR, but it would be awesome. I lost control a bit there for a moment. I didn't mean to hit this close. Of course, if you don't want to continue firing, you can also pull off the rounds in mid reload, in mid magazine. You can't really put the rounds back without the box, but that's limitations due to the game engine. Nothing we can do about it. Still. Oh yeah, a lot of fun. So, this is the Mk19 Grenade Launcher. Full auto, fun. I do hope you all enjoyed this quick video. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe and all of that. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.